It was about 18 months ago that the A Ma Maniere line tied it up with the Air Force One line at Nike with an Air Force One low and an Air Force One high, and both of them were absolutely cracking shoes, beautiful shoes, the kind of epic shoes that come along once in a lifetime, and the video I made for that was less than epic, shall we say. I think I might have even called it the A La Maniere, so sorry about that, and I don't speak French, so if I'm pronouncing it wrong, we'll just sort of have to roll with that and get through it, but that's not the important thing. To be honest, the name of a shoe doesn't really matter. What does really matter is what it looks like, where the hits are on it, and what's unique about it. And all of that is going on in today's shoe because it's an absolutely epic Jordan 3 that we're getting into today, tying it up with that A Ma Maniere line. So without further ado, let's get in it and have a look at all those tiny little details that come together to make this one of the best shoes of the season, the upcoming release of the A Ma Maniere Air Jordan 3. This is a Tokyo Bada 23 Sneaker Channel. Tokyo Bada 23 Sneaker Channelです。毎日アップするので毎日見てください。Every single day from Tokyo, Japan, I bring you content about upcoming sneaker releases, sneaker news, and sneaker reviews. And today in the spotlight is the March 30th release of the Nike Air Jordan 3 women's A Ma Maniere. That women's side of things, you know, I'm not going to flog it. I'm not going to do like, you know, an entire video about it. I'm just going to say it really bugs me because you don't have to put that on shoes. You can go full size run and let anybody wear anything. And I wish they'd done that with this because this is an absolutely beautiful Air Jordan 3. If you've watched my channel for any length of time, you know that I love this shoe. That's the red cement Air Jordan 3s that dropped last year, and I absolutely loved getting those and doing a live unboxing for you guys out there. And then here is the brother to that shoe, so close in details except for that upper on there and that deep blue, that beautiful deep blue. These dropped just yesterday here in Tokyo, Japan. I was up bright and early hitting that get button and I totally missed because I'm a 30.5 centimeters, which is US 12.5, and it's kind of hard to get those W's in that size. So I would have loved to get those. I would have loved to have had these in a full size run so I could maybe have a crack at those as well, because I think they're an absolutely beautiful shoe. And not only are they a beautiful Jordan 3, they have a lot of little hits on them that take a Jordan 3 to the next level, and I'm going to be taking you through that bit by bit in today's video. So let's get into it and talk about the upcoming release of the A Ma Maniere Air Jordan 3. So first things first, we're going to zoom in on the upper because there's something unusual going on. So hopefully what I'm doing behind me here on the green screen is zooming right in there on the lateral side where it's all white, and I don't know how well you guys know this, and I don't know how unusual this is. It's unusual for me, but it might not be unusual for you. But to see the tumbled leather in two places on the side of the Air Jordan 3s is unusual for me. Usually you see it in that top panel that reaches up onto the laces, and then that kind of mudguard panel down below is in a sleeker, smoother leather. But in the case of these guys, they're in matching leathers in that white upper. So it's the first sort of departure from your standard common Air Jordan 3 construction. And then if we go, I don't know, we could go to the front or the back, it doesn't really matter, but to where you would often see that elephant print on Air Jordan 3s, that's been traded out for grey suede. And while I'm moving around on the green screen back here to show you those grey suede parts, I will tell you this is one of the reasons why I didn't look at this shoe early, because I saw it, I thought, you know, that's pretty simple. There was an Air Jordan 3 in late, I think it was 2019, the Mochas, and I remember looking at them and thinking like, nah, if you know what I mean. So, and I mean, I hold Air Jordan 3s in high esteem, so if I'm doing that to a shoe, it can't be that great. And I was the same on these. The first glance at them, I sort of just discarded it because it's like, wow, you know, the elephant print's gone, standard kind of parts of the shoe seem to be a bit sort of playing it down a little bit, a bit dulled it down. But then when I got a closer look at it and got into it in more detail, I was like, yes, 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 yes. So let's get into some of those yeses while we're bouncing around with that grey suede here that you've already got. And you might have already got a nick at the tongue, so let's go up and have a look at those there, because the tongues have a very interesting piece of branding going on. I think it's kind of unusual for the Jordan line to trade out their standard branding for one of the collaborations brandings, and that's exactly what's happening on the left shoe here, but not on the right. The right shoe keeps that embroidered Jumpman up there, that A Ma Maniere branding at the top there, and that big A, and it's unusual, like I said, to see that trading out with the Jumpman on the top there. And then another interesting feature is, hopefully it's showing up behind us here on the green screen, and you can see into the insoles that Jumpman and A on the tongues is crossed over and switched out in the insoles, where you've got the A and the Jumpman on the inside there. And I love tiny details like that. I love it when they have different things on the left and right shoes, because that tells you they've really thought about it. And then something like that, where instead of going straight back and having the A on the tongue and the A on the insole the same, the Jumpman on the tongue, the Jumpman on the insole the same, instead what they've done is taken the A on one tongue with the Jumpman on the insole, and then the Jumpman on the other tongue and the A on the insole. And I just absolutely love those kind of details in a shoe. So already we're getting into that kind of epic, unique sort of Jordan 3 world that shoes rarely go to. Now, if we're up there, we might as well travel down to the lace stays and have a look at those eyelets on there, because a lot of them are also in that gold that I'm talking about, which is the sort of main third color on the shoe if you go behind the white and the grey. And the laces, you know, I thought they were kind of like, yeah, they're kind of nice. You know, they're doing a great job of sort of being consistent with the colors and sort of having that third color in there. But then I saw this, and I believe it says work harder on the aglets of this in that gold again. And it's just another beautiful little addition to the shoe, a little touch that they didn't need to have there that takes this shoe all the way up to the next level. Then it's not too hard to go down to the air unit before we get into the heels on these guys. So let's jump to that air unit and have a look at what's going on around there, because there's a lot of different colors at play on here. At first, I thought it was a deliberately weathered midsole that the air unit was housed in, but actually on closer inspection, hopefully again, it's on the green screen here, it's not actually weathered, it's just colored to be that gold again of the rest of the colorway. And then you look into the air unit, you get a sense for more quality in the coloring going on in there. And then across the top of that, you've got a deep brown panel just to give a little bit of definition, because otherwise it would be a very light shoe. So having that extra bit of deep color on there certainly helps, and we'll get back to deep brown later on when we get to the outsole. And then round to the heel on these guys, which is an absolutely epic part of the shoe. It's Nike Air, so that's a good thing, because sometimes these guys come with a Jumpman on the back, and you know, generally speaking, people prefer the Nike Air on the back of the shoes. But then the rest is, it's the goldness of it all again that really plays to the shoe's advantage. It's an absolutely stunning heel on these guys in that color, with a little bit of translucence about it, but not too much to take away from the color. And then I'll be able to find a special shot to show you in past that heel and into the lining of this guy, which is probably its best feature, which is saying something given what I've already told you about the shoe with some epic features in there already. You're looking at the lining and the back of the tongue and a sort of quilted silver effect on there, and it looks absolutely sleek, gorgeous, and full-on premium. So it's a massive yes for me in that in those terms. And then we get to that outsole that I was talking about. If we flip these guys upside down, you'll see it's a 3-tone outsole, and if memory serves, it's white, grey and dark brown, and that's that dark brown to match the panel above the air unit from above that I was talking about already. And it's pretty much a standard Jordan sort of outsole on there, but with that 3-color blocking just to finish off the shoe. And then if we come back out and have a look at the whole shoe, it's really nicely put together. I thought it was actually going to be a low sort of quality standard Air Jordan 3, but then when I realized it was A Ma Maniere, I thought I'd better have a closer look and find out that the details on this, the quality of the materials on this are absolutely top. First class premium materials, first class premium construction on these guys. An absolutely beautiful shoe, and the only drawback is that they're a women's only shoe, so they're not going to be in a full size run. So somebody with 12.5s like me, or 30.5 as we say here in Japan, is going to be a little bit left in the cold on this one, which is more the pity for me. But if you get yourself get your hands on a pair of these guys, you'll be doing something pretty nice, because they are a great looking shoe. And with that being said, I'm just going to wrap this one up. So March the 30th is the drop date on these guys. It's not too far away. I guess this video is probably going to go up sometime around about March 23rd, 24th. So a week in advance, which is roughly about where I want to be, about a week to 10 days in advance of the drops. And the last thing I'll do is I'll just lament the fact that I missed out on those Georgetowns. Beautiful shoe that I really wanted to get my hands on. But I like to get my shoes from retail. I'm not a huge fan. In fact, I've never gotten a shoe from the secondhand market or from places like StockX and stuff like that, where you'll get the on ice official pairs, like brand new pairs that have never been worn. And so it's it's, even though I know I can get them, even though I could go to various different places to get them if I really wanted them, I prefer to get them on drop day from the standard retailers, and that's just me. So I missed out on those Georgetowns. I'm still keeping an eye on sneakers in case somebody sends a pair back in my size, and I just happen to be right there to grab them at that moment. But for now, all I have to do is lament the miss of that. that, talk about how beautiful this shoe is today and how I've missed out on that too because it won't come in my size. But you know what? There's plenty more shoes in the sea, if you know what I'm saying. For now though, time for me to sign off. Thank you guys for checking out the content. I'll just do what I do at the end of every single video, which is remind you I do this every single day. So you are guaranteed to see me tomorrow.